This is the Winebinder Podcast with Josh Weinberg and Josh Einbinder.
All right, so here we have Casey Stern from Turner Sports joining us. How you doing, Casey?
What's going on, boys? Good to be on board. Best to your families.
You too. How you been holding up during the quarantine?
Well, I got 3 kids under 6. They're climbing the walls like Spider-Man. They can't go anywhere. And I usually like you have enough sports talk where it's kind of like your escape, and we just don't have that. So it's tough. It's been tough. I mean, look, I think like everybody else, we're all like doing our best, and luckily, knock on wood, we're all healthy. But it's been weird. It's been weird.
Yeah, our family is ready to kill each other at this point.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. I'm divorced. If it was a few years ago and I was living with my ex-wife at the time, one of us would have made it, the other not so much.
So let's start with the NBA here. You cover the NBA. Adam Silver has been outlining a pretty solid plan here for a course of action where one conference would be in Vegas and one conference would be in Orlando, probably Disney World. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on what you think or how you think that could work, whether you think an expanded playoffs would happen, how long you think the season needs preparation to start. What do you think on that?
Well, I think, first of all, in terms of the last part, let's start there. It's funny. I started Adam Eaton a couple of days ago. He's like, people think we're superhuman, and we're not. I mean, for baseball players, it's going to take a while. For NBA players, it's going to be longer. I mean, think about it this way. I was under a couple of rookies a couple of weeks ago who, like, they haven't taken a shot in 2 months. Like, because the younger players, they don't have like complexes and their own gyms. They're in apartments, like in cities, and they're stuck there. And they just throwing on a Nerf basket. I mean, a lot of these guys haven't taken shots at all. So to get an NBA shape, that game's going to look rusty. I don't think they want that product out there. So I think they're gonna give it time. I expect the NBA to give it some extra time so these guys can get ready, which is why I think it's just gonna be the playoffs. And the crazy part is like if you're sitting there an NBA fan, and I'm not saying this because David Griffin, who I love, and I used to work with him, he's a friend. But the Pelicans got Zion. They're 3.5 out of the playoffs or something like that. And then it's been so long. But they were playing well, and they're fun, and they play like the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah, I mean the NBA definitely wants them in the playoffs.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to have a chance to get in. Like, so if you start with the playoffs, I mean, how much does that suck that you miss out? But I will say one thing, that they got a huge leg over at MLB because they could play at tournament style like regionals and play, game after game after game, in out in one arena. Where baseball, you don't know how long it's going to take. Sometimes it's forever. And they are way more high maintenance about the way they need to do things.
Well,
and do you think that, just Josh, before you go, do you think that Adam Silver and the NBA are okay with pushing back next season if they play the playoffs this summer? Do you think they push it back to December?
I think they would do it once, but the problem is, which they're running into, and I was having a conversation after an NBA meeting the time before this, is, look, they're smart. I mean, I was saying to somebody this morning, it's like, if we look at the 4 major sports in, our country, they're like miles ahead of everybody else. They always have the best marketing. I remember covering the finals, doing the post game after that Kyle Lowry fight that he had with the guy. I remember he worked for the Warriors 2 years ago in the stands. Yeah. The next day at practice, that dude was banned for life. If this was Major League Baseball, they'd still be investigating and not know the answer. I mean, that's the difference, right, between the 2 sports. So it's like, for me, when I look at it, I think the NBA, because of that, they have a lot more like sweat equity. They could delay. They could not play the season at all, and fans would. I think it's more palatable. But they have talked about they don't want it to be every year, because look, at some point you rob Peter to pay Paul, and you have to give these guys time to get ready. And now you're starting the season later. So next season, for example, they might have to cut it to 65, 70 games just to not that third season be stuck anyway. So I don't know. Look, because the big time players want to play, and, let's be fair, LeBron wants to win a championship in Kobe's years so he can be a real Laker, whatever the hell that means. I think they'll probably play, but I think it's just going to be a playoff tournament of some sort.
Yeah, so you work with Shaq.
Yeah.
And Shaq has been very outspoken about how he does not want the NBA season to resume. He thinks there's going to be an
Yes.
asterisk, and he
Yes.
thinks the competition will not be as good. What is your take on that? Do you want the season to resume?
Well, I mean, look, working it, I do, but it's like we'd probably be working it from home anyway, which is weird. It's a weird season. Like, I was hosting the night that we did shows on Turner after Kobe passed, and it's like it's just a weird year. And it's like I wonder how much plays into that. I haven't talked to Shaq about it myself. I'm not saying he's saying this, but if you're like, their relationship ended up at the end in a really good place.
Yeah.
Would you want LeBron to win some shortened season title, like, and be able to like state claim as like he had done something for LA? When you're thinking all year about Kobe, I mean, I don't know about that. But look, I see Nick stuff in the background. Although, I mean, is that Melo? I mean, come on, man.
It is Melo.
It's the Syracuse connection between the two of them.
I mean,
that's my guy.
The Landry Fields poster up there? No, but I think that Allen bounced the ball a million times after the strike. I mean, it was a short year. It was like 48, 50 games, and Ewing doesn't get hurt. Maybe it's closer in the finals. I wasn't apologizing to anybody for being jacked up about that. So I think you get excited about it. I hope they play. I do. It's going to be weird with no fans, but I want to see them play. Sure. Yeah.